Hello children, in this video, let us solve some problems related to definite integrals. Question number 1, integration of minus 1 to 1 x squared minus x minus 1 dx. Integration of minus 1 to 1 x squared minus x minus 1 dx. So on integrating, you can integrate this separately. So that would give you integration of x squared minus 1 to 1 dx minus integration of minus 1 to 1 x dx minus integration of minus 1 to 1 dx. Now on integrating, this gives you x cubed by 3 in the limits minus 1 to 1 minus x squared by 2 between the limits minus 1 to 1 minus x between the limits minus 1 to 1. Now let's apply the limits. That gives you 1 by 3 minus 1 cubed by 3. Upper limit minus the lower limit. Minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 squared. In the place of x, we are going to substitute the upper limit and the lower limit. And for the last one, it is going to be 1 minus of 1. So this would give you 1 by 3 plus, because minus 1 cubed will give you minus 1, minus of minus will give you plus 1 by 3, minus half, minus, this would give you minus 1, the whole square will give you plus 1, so minus half, minus 1 plus 1. So this half and half will get cancelled. Obviously that term goes away. So we will get it as 2 by 3 minus 2, or which is equal to 2 minus 6 by 3, which is equal to minus 4 by 3. Let's see which option is correct. Minus 4 by 3, option C is the correct answer. Second question, integration of 1 to 2, 3x minus 1 dx. Integration of 1 to 2, 3x minus 1 by 3x dx. Now let's separate this. 1 to 2, 3x by 3x minus integration of 1 to 2, 1 by 3x dx. Now 3x and 3x gets cancelled, so you'll be left with integration of 1 to 2 dx minus integration of 1 to 2, 1 by 3x dx. On integration, this gives you x between the limits 1 to 2 minus 1 by 3 is a constant, so let's take out. So integration of 1 by x will give you log x between the limits 1 to 2. On applying the limits, we get it to be upper limit minus the lower limit. 2 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 into log 2 minus log 1. Log 1, of course, is 0, so that term goes away. So you'll be left with 1 minus log 2 by 3. So B option is the correct answer. Third question, integration of 0 to 3 dt by root of 4 minus t. Integration of 0 to 3 dt by root of 4 minus t. Now, this can be solved by the method of substitution. So let us take 4 minus t to be u. So that would give you minus dt is equal to du. On differentiating both sides with respect to t, you'll get it as minus dt is equal to du, or dt is equal to minus du. So now let's substitute on. Remember, when you substitute, you'll have to change the limits also. So what will be u and what will be t. When t is equal to, when t is equal to 0, u will be equal to 4 minus 0, which is 4. That is so the lower limit becomes 4 and the upper limit now becomes, when t is equal to 3, u becomes 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. So the upper limit becomes 1. So you can now write it as, instead of 0 to 3, you can write it as 4 to 1. 4 to 1. In the place of dt, I'll put it as minus du by root u. So when you have a negative symbol, by property of integrals, what you can do is you can change it. So you can write it as 1 to 4 and get rid of the negative symbol. All right. So du by root u. This can be written as integration of 1 to 4 u to the power of minus half du. So on integration, that gives you u to the power of minus half plus 1 by minus half plus 1 between the limits 1 to 4. Minus half plus 1 is nothing but u to the power of half. So that gives you u to the power of half by half between the limits 1 to 4, or which is equal to 2 root u between the limits 1 to 4. Now, applying the limits, you'll get it as 2 into root of 4 minus root of 1, which gives you, root of 4 is nothing but 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, the answer is 2. So you can see option D is the correct answer. Fourth problem, integration of minus 1 to 0 root of 3u plus 4 du. Integration of minus 1 to 0 root of 3u plus 4 du. Same way, this also can be solved by the method of substitution. Let us take 3u by 4 to be equal to t. Differentiating on both sides, you'll get it as 3 du is equal to dt, or du is equal to dt by 3. As we did earlier, we need to change the limits also. So when u is equal to minus 1, t is equal to 3 into minus 1 plus 4 will give you 1. And when u is equal to 0, t becomes 4. So instead of writing as minus 1 to 0, now we can write it as 1 to 4. Root of t dt by 3. Now we can take this 1 by 3 outside. So that would give you integration of 1 to 4 t to the power of half dt, which is nothing but 1 by 3 t to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1 between the limits 1 to 4. So that would give you 1 by 3 into t to the power of 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 between the limits 1 to 4, or 1 by 3 into 2 by 3 into upper limit is 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1 to the power of 3 by 2. 4 to the power of 3 by 2 can be written as 4 to the power of 3 by 2 can be written as 2 squared to the power of 3 by 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. You'll be left with 2 cubed, which is nothing but 8. So let us substitute that. So it is now going to be 2 by 9 into, this now becomes 8 minus 1, which is 7. So that is 2 into 7 by 9, which is equal to 14 by 9. Let's see which option is correct. Option B is the correct answer. Now coming to the fifth question, integration of 2 to 3 dy by 2y minus 3. Integration of dy by 2y minus 3 between the limits 2 to 3. As we did earlier, this also can be done by the method of substitution. So let us take 2y minus 3 to be t. Differentiating on both sides, you'll get 2 dy is equal to dt, or dy is equal to dt by 2. Same way, the limits also will change. So y and t, when y is equal to 2, t is equal to 2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 3 will give you 1. So that will be equal to 1. When y is equal to 3, 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 3 is 3. So that remains the same. So it is now going to be 1 to 3. So it will be integration of 1 to 3 dt by 2 by t, or you can take this half outside, half integration of 1 to 3 dt by t, which is nothing but half log t between the limits 1 to 3. So that would give you half. On applying the limits, you'll get it as log 3 minus log 1, upper limit minus a lower limit. Log 1 is 0. So now this becomes log 3 by 2. Log 3 by 2. So you can see that so we can actually write this as, instead of writing it as log 3 by 2, this is now going to be half log 3, or you can write it as log of 3 to the power of half or root 3. So the option is given as log 3. So option D is the correct answer. Now coming to the sixth one, integration of 0 to root 3, integration of 0 to root 3, x by root of 4 minus x squared, x by root of 4 minus x squared dx. As we did earlier, this can be solved by the method of substitution. Let us take 4 minus x squared as t. Differentiating on both sides, you'll get 2x dx is equal to dt, or x dx is equal to dt by minus 2. So the limits also are now going to change. So when x is equal to 0, t is equal to 4. When x is equal to root 3, 4 minus root 3, the whole square is 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. So the limit changes to 1 to 4. So 1 to 4, x dx in the place of x dx, let us now put it as dt by 2, minus of dt by 2 by root t. So this can be taken as, let's take the half outside, minus half outside, integration of 1 to 4. This t can be, root t can be written as t to the power of minus half dt. On integration, you'll get it as minus half integration of t to the power of minus half will give you t to the power of minus half plus 1 by minus half plus 1 between the limits 1 to 4. So that will give you minus half t to the power of half by half between the limits 1 to 4. This is now going to be minus half into, let us take this half and this half will get cancelled. This half and this half will get cancelled. So you'll be left only with minus of 4 to the power of half minus 1 to the power of half. Applying the limits, upper limit minus a lower limit, that give you root of 4 is now going to be 2. 2 minus 1 is 1, which is equal to minus 1. So the answer is minus 1. Option C is the correct answer. Seventh one, integration of 0 to 1, integration of 0 to 1, 2t minus 1, the whole cube dt. 2t minus 1, the whole cube dt. Let us substitute 2t minus 1 as u. Differentiating on both sides, you'll get 2 dt is equal to du, or dt is equal to du by 2. So the limits are also now going to change. So t and u, when t is equal to 0, u will be equal to 1 minus 1. Because 2 into 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Next, when t is equal to 1, u becomes 2 minus 1 is 1. So the limits are now going to be minus 1 to 1, u cubed into du by 2. Let's take half outside. So that will give you minus 1 to 1 u cubed du. On integration, you'll get it to be half into u to the power of 4 by 4 between the limits minus 1 to 1. Now apply the limits, that will give you half. I can even take this 4 outside, so that will give you 1 by 8. 1 to the power of 4 minus 1 to the power of 4, which is equal to minus of minus 1 to the power of 4. So minus 1 to the minus of minus 1 to the power of 4. Of course, minus 1 to the power of 4 is going to be only positive. So 1 minus 1 will become 0. So the answer is 0. Yeah, option C is the correct answer. Now coming to the 8th one, integration of 4 to 9, 2 plus x by 2 root x dx. Now this can be written as, we'll separate it and write it as 4 to 9, 2 by 2 root x plus integration of 4 to 9, x by 2 root x dx. Here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. This is now going to be x to the power of 1. Let us take this half outside up to the numerator. So that will give you 1 minus half, which is equal to half. So we can write this as integration of 4 to 9, 1 by root x dx plus integration of 4 to 9, 1 by 2. So this now becomes x to the power of half. So root x dx. So that now becomes, I can write this as integration of 4 to 9, x to the power of minus half. And this can be written as 4 to 9. Let us take half outside, x to the power of half dx. On integration, you get it to be x to the power of minus half plus 1 by minus half plus 1 between the limits 4 to 9 plus half into x to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1 between the limits 4 to 9. So this would now become x to the power of minus half plus 1 will give you root x, or x to the power of half by half in the limits 4 to 9 plus half into, this would now give you x to the power of 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 between the limits 4 to 9. So let's take this 2 up, half. When you reciprocate, you get it to be 2. So 2, applying the limits, you'll get root 9 minus root 4. Plus, same way, here this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So you'll be left with 1 by 3 into x to the power. So 9 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 4 to the power of 3 by 2. So that would give you 2 into root 9 is 3, root 4 is 2, plus half into, sorry, 1 by 3 into 9 can be written as 3 squared. So 2 will get cancelled. So 3 cubed is 27. Minus same way, this can be written as 2 squared. 2 will get cancelled. 2 cubed is 8. So 27 minus 8. So that gives you 3 minus 2 is 1. So 2 plus 1 by 3 into 27 minus 8 is 15. Or this gives you 5. So 2 plus 5, which is equal to 7. So you can see option. Sorry, children, I made a mistake here. So this is not going to be 15. 27 minus 8 is 19. 19. So 19 by 3. So you can cancel it. So it will be 19 by 3. Or this is now going to be equal to 2 plus 19 by 3, or which is equal to 3 to 6. 6 plus 19 is 25 by 3. So you can see option A is the correct answer. Coming to the 9th one, integration of dx by 9 plus x squared. Dx by 9 plus x squared between the limits minus 3 to 3. Minus 3 to 3. So this is of the form integration of minus 3 to 3 dx by x squared plus 3 squared. So it's of the form dx by integration of dx by x squared plus 3 squared, which is nothing but 1 by a tan inverse of x by a. So this is now going to be equal to 1 by a is now going to be 3. Tan inverse of x by a is x by 3 between the limits minus 3 to 3. So on applying the limits, you get it to be 3, 1 by 3 tan inverse of. So this would now become 3 by 3. Sorry. Yeah. Tan inverse of 3 by 3 minus of 3 by 3. So that would now become 1 by 3 tan inverse of 3 by 3 is 1 minus. Now again, this now becomes minus 1. Minus of minus 1 is plus 1, which is nothing but 1 by 3 tan inverse of 2. Tan inverse of 2. Sorry, children, I shouldn't have done this way. I should have taken the whole thing like this. Like say, it should have been taken as tan inverse of 3 by 3 minus tan inverse of minus 3 by 3. Okay, so don't substitute it directly. Instead, you should take it as tan inverse of 3 by 3. There you have to substitute. You have to take it as separate terms. Okay, now this would become tan inverse of 3 by 3 is nothing but 1 minus tan inverse of minus 1. So which is nothing but 1 by 3 tan inverse of. So this is now, sorry, now this now becomes tan inverse of minus 1. So that would now become 1 by 3. Tan inverse of 1 is nothing but pi by 2. So pi by 2. And tan inverse of minus 1 will be minus pi by 2. So that now becomes 1 by 3 into 2 pi by 2. Minus of minus will become plus pi by 2. So pi by 2 plus pi by 2 will become 2 pi by 2, or which is equal to pi. So which is equal to pi by 3 is the correct answer. Let's see which option is correct. Pi by 3. Wait, I think I left a term outside. 1 second. Sorry, children, tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. I made a mistake again. Tan inverse of pi by 4 minus pi by 4. So that would give you again 2 pi by 4, which is nothing but pi by 2, which is equal to pi by 6. So you have to be careful with every single term. Okay, so the answer is pi by 6. So you can see the option C is the correct answer. Now coming to the 10th one, integration of 0 to 1 e to the power of minus x dx. Integration of 0 to 1 e to the power of minus x dx. Now, you know, e to the power of integration of e to the power of x is now going to be minus e to the power of minus x between the limits 0 to 1. Now substitute, that will give you minus of, let us take the minus symbol outside. So e to the power of minus 1 minus e to the power of 0, which is nothing but minus of e to the anything power 0 is 1. So that will become 1. So minus of 1 by e. So minus of 1 by e. Option B is the correct answer.